Welcome back, everybody, as we are set and ready to go for our second match of the night. It's going to be BBU Orangatang versus Renewal. Esports. Renewal did get the 3-0 over Team Sonus. And Tank, you were talking about a little bit earlier about having... yeah. About the one-game advantage, but you have to sit and wait. This Renewal Esports, they got a quick 3-0. They had to sit and wait, but they're also able to get a little bit of film, a little bit of, hey, what's going on with this BBU squad? How do you think that this game is going to come out, especially in game number one, the hot team that's been playing versus the team that's been sitting and watching?
I think for BBU, honestly, taking down Moo Meadows is huge for their confidence going into this one. Like, you take down someone who, I mean, pretty much ran the entire season 0, right? Had a clean sweep in the finals over Team Sonus. Like, they performed far and above what anyone expected. And you just came in after revamping your roster a little bit, getting things reset, and take them down 3-2 with 3 really well-played games. So I think I'm going to ride the... Wait, no. I'm going to pick the other team, so that way I don't jinx BBU and get yelled at later.
Is Dilly in chat still? Because he's going to be yelling at you.
We're gonna go Renewal, so BBU doesn't yell at me.
Listen, Dilly's going to yell at you regardless. It's just the Dilly Tank love. That is an absolute fact. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. And again, we saw in game number one with BBU and with Moo Meadows, the game number one was real sloppy. Both teams came out a little cold. They weren't able to have anything really clean, anything really work out for them. We went into overtime with a 0-0 scoreline, and the offenses really got rolling later. But I'm interested to see how this BBU squad comes out against Renewal here. Do they start off with that physical and the demo heavy play? Do they start off with their midfield defense / offense and just boost deal until they get an opportunity? Do they go for their upfield and midfield passes and their redirects? What is the style that they're going to come out with to begin, and how will they adjust? In this Renewal Esports, they very easily could have been in here and watching the last 2 games of BBU against Moo Meadows and seeing how they were playing. Are they going to expect one thing and it just completely get thrown at them? So what I want to see from both squads is them to come out and play their style of game. But I'm interested to see how much within their own heads and each other's heads they're trying to get with their change up of play styles.
Yeah, and I think even if Renewal hopped in and watched those last 2 games, it's really hard to tell because BBU played 2 drastically different play styles in those 2, right? And so I think if you're Tricky and Renewal here, you just come in and try and control the pace early, right? Manage the midfield boosts, and you'll be able to start to work down BBU like you have in the past. And that's kind of what worked for Moo Meadows until BBU got overly aggressive because they started missing some of those mid and corner boosts and allowed BBU right back into it. But I think the first minute here is just going to be kind of like what we saw in the last series. Some back and forth, some long field clears, and just feeling each other out, trying to get a grasp on what's going to happen this series.
Well, and it's not like that these 2 teams are unfamiliar with each other either. I'm not 100% sure if they played each other in Season 0, but definitely could have that already. But Tricky was on Galactic Gaming, if memory serves me correct, back in the IGL Invitational, where it played against this BBU squad, and we've definitely seen how that little bit of information can play a huge role in it, but already an open net for BBU to get things going.
Yeah, and that was just an overcommit by Third Man. Like, it was a very big ego challenge. Got a bad touch on it, and then it was just a quick counterattack the other way, and that's got to be deflating for Renewal, who, I mean, they came out, they smacked Sonus 3-0, and we're looking forward to maybe trying to run through this. Thought they were going to get Moo Meadows, most likely. Ends up with BBU, so they're like, all right, we're going to set the pace. We're going to get our offensive rotations going. and then they just overcommit a little too much, and hey, there it is. It's 1-0. Now BBU's in full control, and like we saw in the last series, when they have a lead, they are a very, very tough team to come back against. Zero's going to stop that in the corner. Helix can't get a touch. Tricky's going to be there, but I mean, nothing threatening coming out of them just yet. They haven't really even been able to get anything out in front of the net.
Yeah, but they're able to keep that shenanigans going in the corner, looking for a bump there by Helix, and just multiple touches there. If you're able to branch out and get some boost steals on your rotation through, or on your rotation through, get a bump, get a demo, all of a sudden what looks like nothing is going on can just very quickly turn into a goal. So I like the fact that they're not overcommitting in the corner, but just continuing to play that, continuing to keep the rotations through, getting a bump as Laggy Puppy is able to fight through it and get the save, and Tricky with the tricky placement. Oh my goodness, going off the far post behind the defender to sneak that one in.
No, that was an own goal. Oh, the own goal giveth and the own goal taketh away is Zero. Just trying to react and get a save there, maybe pinch it against the far post. Ends up slotting it in on himself. We're at a tie ball game here, but I mean, up until then, it was looking a little dire for Renewal. Like, yes, they were getting some pressure, but they had no boost to follow anything up. And so BBU was just able to clear it back downfield and keep anything threatening from happening. And as soon as Renewal got a little bit of space, they just took a well-placed shot. Zero tried to react, ended up in an own goal. Now we're back at basically the start, and you got to think momentum's in Renewal's favor now as soon as they got a little bit of that luck there.
Yeah, but at the same point, if you're BBU, you're like, yep, that went off of me. Would it have gone in? Would it not? Who knows? It definitely did go in off of a BBU player, though. And they're like, listen, it went off of me. They still technically haven't scored a goal, so we're up 2-0 and it's all good. And it's much hardship and randomness that we see out of BBU squads across the years. I'm sure that they are not fretting that whatsoever.
No, and a lot of it's going to come down to if they're going to be able to maintain boost, because we're seeing Renewal now try and steal everything on the pitch. Zero's up for that one, takes the shot. Helix comes floating out of nowhere to get the save. Laggy Puppy looking for another pass out mid. Zero's there just a little late. Couldn't catch Tricky sleeping in net as he's able to get around on that one, get the save, but Zero's going to pick up that mid boost, use a ton of it to get the fake challenge. It's Tricky. Gets a nice little flip reset. Laggy Puppy clears it all the way back down. Good 50 coming right back out towards mid. Helix wanted the doink into BBU territory. Not going to be there. 0-1 wants to pinch all the way around. Can't find it. Zero's there for the 50. Ball still alongside while Laggy Puppy gets it past one. Can't get it past a second as Zenko, and name we're saying for the first time here, gets a beautiful pass down to Helix, but Helix is going to send that one just a little high, rushing that shot just a little bit.
Yeah, we're seeing the pressure here from Renewal. They're working on securing some more boost right now, but they're getting 2, 3, 4 opportunities at a time as Laggy Puppy somehow saves that own goal off of his own post. Renewal really putting on the pressure. Demos are starting to fly. Bumps are coming through and some awkward placements on these touches. They continue to just throw the ball right at that top crossbar. That is the third time already we have seen a BBU player pick up a save either off of or right off of that top crossbar.
Right, and I mean, that's what Renewal wants to do right now. They know BBU's running low on boost. They're having to rotate. You can see them expend very little to get up for these saves. And so it's right where Renewal wants them. Throw it high off back wall and make them try and just jump and get in the way because they don't have the boost to make a clean save, but somehow BBU escapes that one for now. It's Tricky, throws this down. Helix looking for the pass back out mid, dropping down, and Zero making up for that own goal with that nice little touch to the corner to kill it to send it to overtime.
And back-to-back series, game 1 OTs. Last one was a 0-0. This one a 1-1. Helix getting it by a couple of people. BBU, he can't dwell on the past. Last time it was a 36-second overtime loss. Yeah, doesn't matter. Had it. And being able to come out on top on this one, gotta play a ton in their psyche moving forward. And yes, they did win that series, but just being able to overcome another overtime game would mean a lot to this squad.
Yeah, nice little double there. Zero gets a huge demo. Owam's up for this one, has a ton of time and space, goes for the flip reset, but took too long to develop that play as Tricky was able to get up and get a stop there. Zero now up for this one, takes the shot, the little changeup, and Laggy Puppy's there to put that one home and take this game here that felt like it had swung back Renewal's way. But Tricky just not able to get that touch, feeling the pressure of Laggy Puppy, knowing he was probably going to get dunked into the back of their own net either way.
Yeah, and like you said, that change-up touch, it works in baseball, and amongst the best for a reason. It works the same here in Rocket League, and even, you know, to some point, traditional soccer. Being able to slow down that and what is expected all of a sudden just throws a wrinkle in everything, and that little touch going off of that post set up the follow for Laggy Puppy to come through and be able to get that goal. If it was just fired at the net, the save was there, the defense was there. Who knows where the ball caroms at that point? But definitely a great play and a heady play. But one thing that is the most surprising and one we have to give props to is there is no server issues. Zero server issues there in game number 1. And if lag is an issue for you, be sure to hit up our sponsor, Arrive.gg. Use !Arrive in chat, as we got Laggy Puppy in game, but no lag here.
Yeah, and now with this kickoff underway, Laggy Puppy, nice little play here, looking for the double, couldn't find it. Zero's going to be caught in a 2v1, but an early jump there to get over the top of Tricky and keep himself from getting demoed. Nice heads-up play there, and I mean, Renewal starting out hot here, and what a play from Helix. Fakes the flip reset, lands, and gets a little push near post to get the early lead.
Yeah, and again, that's the second time that we have seen a shot just on the exact same corner of that post, being able to sneak it in. Renewal have found their spot. They have found the hole in the defense for BBU. It is just continue to throw it. You're not necessarily high. They did that quite a bit in game number 1, but that's the second goal, both goals, that they have been able to find in that one little tiny, barely enough space for a ball spot.
Yeah, but hey, doesn't matter how it goes in, just that it goes in, right? As Zero takes the shot there, good save from Helix. But Zero's going to pick this one back up, trying to get the pass out mid. Good stop there from Tricky, but BBU now starting their cycle. Work it into the corner, throw it towards back wall, steal the boost, and start to pressure Renewal here as Owam gets a nice bump. Zero not able to push up on that one as he was third, finally giving Renewal a little bit of space as Zenko tries to clear that all the way down. Helix is going to take this one, gets it around Laggy Puppy, looking for a pass out mid. Owam's going to cut off Zero and not able to get that one cleared out of the zone. Owam's going to be in an awkward position, and Tricky can't find the angle. Wait, Tricky got the demo on Zero there?
Oh, yeah.
Huh. But not phasing BBU as it's rolling to the side. Zenko gets the high pop over the top. Tricky's there, takes the shot. Helix, nice finish.
Yeah, beautifully done here. Zenko getting that high pop, gets up by 2, and Tricky doing everything that he could to just leave it there for Helix. Beautifully done to just drop the ball and give an opportunity right in front of the net. Renewal coming back strong here in game number 2 with a 2-0 start, but still a ton of gameplay left to go, and we're starting to see the physicality come through. That demo onto Tricky, and we're seeing it back and forth. And all right, I'm confused. I have no idea how Omo got that demo.
I don't know how demos work in Rocket League anymore. As Owam, nice little fake there, pops it over the top, going into the corner. Zenko's going to be first one to this. Laggy Puppy's getting bumped out of the way, can't do anything about that. Zenko trying to get a flip reset, but Owam with the early challenge. Good pressure there as Tricky's looking for the pass down to Helix. Going to drop it right down for him. He pops this one up high, just has Laggy Puppy to beat, wants the 50. Laggy clears it back down. Zero couldn't get the cut for the touch. Owam gets taken off the pitch as Helix wanted to hunt another one but didn't have the boost for it, and Zero's just going to bang this one away downfield. And right now, BBU's to me, look panicked because they aren't pushing up as a team right now. They're just throwing it downfield and hoping someone's going to be able to chase it.
Yeah, well, it doesn't necessarily look like they're panicked per se, but just they're having to set passive. The boost is getting stolen out from underneath them. It's what they did to Moo Moo Meadows in our first series. They're not able to push up. They don't have the boost. And they're concerned that if they do, they're not going to be able to get back. Because another demo now happening. We're seeing Renewal. They are tit for tat matching these demos from BBU and making sure that those players are not in the rotation they want to be, only further adding to that passive play.
Yeah, but is it me or does this series feel oddly similar to one we just watched? Right? BBU steals game 1 in overtime. They lose the next one. I think it was, what, 2-1? So, I mean,
lost game 1 in overtime.
They lost game 1 in overtime?
Against Moo Moo Meadows.
Yeah, it was a 2-1. Stolen overtime. It's fine. We're going with it. What? They weren't supposed to be in overtime there. You and I both know that one.
What? It was 0-0 game 1, and then Moo Moo Meadows got a 1-0 game 1 overtime win.
You said 2-1. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm hearing cookies in my ear. You are blame cookies.
Blame cookies, but yeah. No, I agree. It does feel similar, although reversed. Because game 1 was BBU losing in overtime, and then they came back in game number 2. Here, game 1 they lost in overtime, and now it's Renewal Esports coming back in game 2, and a completely different feel of the game as well. It just feels like Renewal is in complete control as BBU was in game number 2 last series, and I gotta wonder. We've seen different styles of play with them. What's that calm got to be? What's the next step that they need to do to be able to get back in the series? That's it. All signs are pointing to them following this game and tying up the series at 1 apiece.
Well, and I feel like for BBU to get back in, to even get back in this, is they can't fall down too early, right? Like we saw that even with the Moo Moo Meadows series. As soon as they gave up that first goal outside of, I think it was game 3 where they were able to come back, like as soon as they went down, they got into that passive style of gameplay and just couldn't ever really recover from there. And that's what we saw here, right? Like Renewal gets the first goal, BBU starts to play a little bit more passive. They get the second goal, and then they're like, okay, let's try and demo, but we're sending so many people up that we aren't able to get any follow-up shots. And so for BBU, I feel like as soon as they go down 2, they get out of the rhythm that has been successful for them so far in these first 7 games to at least get them here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you 100% to your point. BBU, regardless of what style they're playing, is it that midfield or upfield pass? Is it the physicality? Is it the boost deal? They need to make sure that they're not sitting back on defense. Their defense is strong. Don't get me wrong. It is very, very good. But that's just not the style of play that we see them be able to pick up victories. And, yes, they weren't able to play up forward. That's huge props to Renewal Esports for getting those boost deals, for getting those bumps, for being able to keep BBU in their own half. And for BBU, I think a lot of it is just making sure that they are aggressive early. They are setting the tone and the pace early, and don't get caught in that loop where you're constantly on defense making a save, hunting for boost. On defense making a save, hunt for boost. They need to ensure that they're finding one another to get that ball cleared out, to set themselves up with boost, and keep the pressure on, as that is how we see them be successful.
Yeah, nice demo on the backside there from O, giving themselves a little bit of space. And I think that's one thing when they're starting to find themselves on that back foot is something they need to do. The third man for Renewal punished them a lot there in game 2, and they weren't able to keep them out of the play. And so now going into game 3 here, I think that's the adjustment they need to make, because this Renewal team is so strong. Across the board is Helix, as the third man gets a great shot off here.
My goodness. What a shot, and a little bit of a team bump there with Zero. I don't think it would have mattered regardless. It didn't really stop Zero's path. Knew that that shot, or at least something, was coming towards the net. Just an absolute banger. Again, technically an own goal, but that one 100% was going in. Had to get that touch. Unfortunately for Zero, was unable to do so, as that placement and that pace on the shot was just immaculate.
Yeah, and that's what Renewal was able to do in the last game, right? They kind of sucked in the BBU defense, got them slightly out of position, and then let their aggressive third man take control. And I was just talking about how they need to keep that from happening if they want to get this series back in their favor. And as we say it, Helix puts in that beautiful shot as third man aggressing up with the other two in the box. I'm hunting a bump here. Zero's going to be taking a shot. That's going to be high. Double commit coming out from Renewal. Could be BBU's chance here, but a favorable roll off the ceiling and off the corner for Renewal keeps that follow-up shot from coming out as it just rolls right along ceiling.
Lucky puppy. Oh, Helix, that was not the catch you were looking for. Laggy puppy, just absolutely stuffing it right back in time. My goodness, that was a statement goal.
Yeah, really well played there from BBU. Caught them on their back foot, took the shot on net, and basically did the same thing that Renewal did to them just a few minutes earlier. As Owam's looking to get this pass out mid. Good cut there from Zenko, able to get the save and clear it back around. Now Zero looking for another pass out mid. Tricky wants the touch. Doesn't get enough on that one, but Helix is going to be right there. Can't get the flick over the top. Zero's going to be far side. This ball just getting cycled into that corner. There's Zero. He's going to throw this one up high. Zenko, plenty of boost. Owam keeping it high. Laggy Puppy's up for this one. He's going to get the drop right on the goal line. Oh, and Laggy Puppy trying to find the angle. Just throws that one to the corner, and now here comes the counterattack for Renewal. Owam up quick for that one. Helix is going to get bumped off. Laggy Puppy respawning after the demo. Gets a nice 50 there. Owam turns for the shot a little bit late. Maybe baited in the defender there a bit.
But yeah, nicely done there by Owam to get that demo, and then it looked like Helix was just trying to speed flip to it, trying to get any sort of touch, realizing that Owam was the only one there, and he was last player back after that demo. Just couldn't quite reach the ball, and Owam with the open net, able to be the beneficiary, setting himself up with that bump. Going up 2-1 now for BBU. And again, the physicality, the physical play. Oh my God, what a banger.
Oh, what a shot from Owam here. As this one, it looked like it was going to be just a harmless clear, but Zenko caught cheating up a little too far. How did he get so much power on that one?
Miles an hour from downtown. It did not look like he was moving that fast, just getting the absolute perfect touch and on point to boot. Well done by Owam. Back-to-back goals. And all of a sudden you blink, what was a 1-1 game, BBU feeling good here, 3-1.
Yeah, and I mean, that's not as much power as you would expect off that clear, especially from the angle he was at, but that's why we always preach.
Oh, nice
just
play.
Put it on net as Helix does just that off the beautiful shot here to bring it back within one with a minute 30 to go, and Zenko, an absolutely beautiful dime to Helix to set him up for that double.
And also, you can't discount. Tricky went through first, got the demo. After that pass, being able to go, and I missed who the first, or who was jumping for that, but they had to jump earlier than what they wanted to, and the beautiful little pop setting up the double touch. Well done. That was a great team play by Renewal Esports to be able to get back within one.
Yeah, but now they're going to need to continue that aggression and try and find another goal here with a minute to go. Find themselves still down one. Tricky's not going to be able to get that touch. Zenko's going to be there. Tricky recycling back mid, looking for that one, but Zenko does it himself. What a shot here. What a dunk.
How does this one find its way through? It wasn't a dunk. That was
an own goal.
That was an own goal to Zero. That ball hit the top corner 3 separate times and still finds its way in to tie it up. BBU. Is that technically the third own goal this series that they have had? Two of them might have been out. One of them was definitely in. Still went off a BBU player, but my goodness, this one open as Hero makes it back in time. But BBU, they're kind of beating themselves.
Yeah, it's the good old BBU motto. Nobody beats us, we just beat ourselves. As they're tied in this one.
But ourselves. Nobody.
30 seconds to go here. BBU's going to have to try and find something to get this momentum back. Otherwise, Renewal probably going to be stealing this one here as Owam gets a good 50. Zero's up for that one. Tries to drop it back to Owam. Not going to be there. Tricky trying to get the play. Nice 50. This one's floating towards net. It's going to be a little wide. Laggy Puppy. Dangerous touch there. Can't get another one as Helix pushes this into the corner. Owam's going to be first one there. Tricky's going to take the shot. Helix almost got the fake on that one. Just a touch wide. And we are in overtime here yet again.
Yeah, and again, BBU. They took game number 1 in OT. They already lost one game in OT up to Moo Meadows. We'll see how this one, they kind of having a little bit of best of 3 in overtimes with their series already. We'll see how this one plays out. We've seen Renewal Esports, after dropping back-to-back goals, Owam being able to pick those up, getting 2 goals themselves, and really getting that momentum back on their side, but already a ton of pressure being put on by BBU.
Yeah, as Owam takes the shot there. Good save from Tricky. Zero looking for the cross over to Owam. Just too soft of a touch there. Owam also too far away. Couldn't get the pass. Laggy Puppy trying to run interference. Shot coming out. Good save from Tricky. Zero's out for this one. BBU putting on a lot of pressure. Almost a minute gone here in overtime as Laggy Puppy gets that touch pass 1. Trying to get a touch pass a second, but Tricky, nice little fake challenge there. Ended up retreating to net. And so nothing could come of that one for BBU. Zero trying to stop that one at mid. He's going to miss. Laggy Puppy's by himself. And what a good touch to get it around 1. But Helix lining up the double and just missing that one.
Yeah, just a little bit wide, but that all stems from the one missed touch. And that's what you see from these teams. They are of that caliber. One missed touch, and you're full on panic and scrambling to save anything that's going to be coming towards the net. They've played pretty dang solid this entire match, this entire series, but especially in overtime, just that one tiny little bit. We'll see which team is going to move up 2-1 and put themselves on match point in the series.
Yeah, demo coming out from Zero on Tricky. Tricky's going to spawn awkward, able to get a touch there, able to get a huge 50. Now trying to start that counterattack, has no boost. Zenko drops this one over to Helix. Helix with the shot, that's just wide. Tricky all by himself. Owam, Tricky, 1v1. Dangerous spot to be in, and Owam messes up the shot. I know what he wanted, as I've seen it time and time again. That ball just popped a little too far away from him as this one gets 50 towards the ceiling. Helix is going to clear that one back downfield. Laggy Puppy trying to clear it out, not going to be there. Zenko trying to get it back to Tricky, but Tricky is third man, playing a bit more patient here for Renewal and sitting back. Normally we would have seen him up for that one, trying to get the goal, but knowing it's overtime and winner goes up 2-1 in the series, playing a little bit more patient here.
Right, and part of it was also he was out searching for boost. Didn't have the boost, so it was a little bit mistimed on the offensive play for Renewal Esports, trying to get that 3-man player passing play going that we've seen work for them. You know, they are very, very adept and very good at setting each other up, being able to come through with the demo, the triple commit from BBU, and they're able to pick up that save, keep it in the corner, but the panic ensues. That is still being attacked by Renewal Esports. They're not able to find a gap until now. Helix slots that one underneath that top crossbar from right about midfield after Owam having to go and get some boost, following Laggy Puppy just a little bit too close in their spacing due to that panic that all stemmed from the triple.
Yeah, and I mean, that was just Renewal picking up the pace right when they needed to. They knew they had BBU on low boost, knew they had them back into a corner, so they just kept pushing that pressure, keeping it in the corner until they could get that one on net. And Helix with an incredible touch there, kind of, I mean, 3 goals on 5 shots, shooting actually pretty well overall. And I mean, he was just in the right place at the right time. But if you're BBU, this is going to be a hard one to swallow after you are up 3-1.
Right. But one thing that you have to look at with this Renewal Esports is how defined those 3 players were. Helix having the 3 goals, Tricky with the 5 saves, and Zenko with 1 goal, couple assists, a save, kind of that all around. So you're really seeing, and from that game, a well-defined, okay, here's first player, here's second player, here's third player, and how they were able to fight their way back into it and get back into that game and be able to come out on top. Now I know that Renewal Esports, all 3 players can pop off at any point. They can all play defense, but that really seemed to show, as like you were talking about, Tricky was really far back playing third man. Seems to be where he's most comfortable with this team lineup. And if BBU saw that as well, if they're able to take advantage of it, that's something you can really easily exploit with players of this caliber.
Yeah, but like you said, they were all kind of aggressing as that one's going towards net. Got smoke screened just a little bit there. Zero clears at far side. Can't follow up with that one. But, I mean, really for Renewal, like, they stuck to their game plan and their pace all the way through that one. They never panicked when they were down by 2 and needed some type of answer. They knew that they could do it. And yes, Tricky was playing more third man than anything, but his aggressiveness led to that one as Laggy Puppy gets a nice shot here. Good job from Owam to get it past to Helix, forced into a save, and oh, I know that feeling all too well. Trying to recover and back wheels caught off the post. Can't do anything about it as the ball flies into the back of your net.
Yeah, and but well done. Right place, right time, being able to attack that and take advantage of it. Again, one small little mistake is all it takes. It doesn't look like much out on the pitch, but these players will eat you alive with any sort of misstep, be it a mistouch, be it just one wheel, wrong place, wrong time, and BBU going up 1.
Yeah, Zenko tried to clear that one out, couldn't get the touch. Owam wants the shot. It's soft, but Laggy Puppy's up for this one. Oh, good job from, I believe that was Tricky to get the 50 there. Now Zero up for this. Nice controlling first touch. Has a good second one. Wanted the Goomba along back wall, but Zenko able to fight through it, clear that one out towards midfield. Demo's coming out, but Zero still ends up throwing that one towards net, and a double demo for Renewal, and they couldn't break out of their own half. Finally get out, but only for a second as 0-50s that one back into their half. Laggy Puppy's going to be there. Just forces this one towards the corner. Can't do anything about it. Ball's floating. Laggy's up for it. Zero. What a save. And what a counter attack as it's now 2-0 BBU.
Yeah, and that one little save, if you see Tricky just trying to be aggressive with it and trying to continue that attack, and that's what you're talking about. Yes, Tricky was aggressive, but being that third, being that solid rock, that foundation as third player, not getting demoed, being able to set your team up, it's hard to fault somebody with being aggressive. And probably 99 out of 100 times gets that touch, but that one time, especially when it's just a 1-goal game, it's kind of difficult to go for that. BBU has no difficulty going for bumps and demos.
Laggy Puppy, what a vicious demo on Helix there. And Zero with the absolute softest of touches to get that floater just high enough where Zenko couldn't get to it because he had no boost, and just sneak that one in. And it's 3-0, and BBU's offense coming alive here with 2:30 to go. Now let's see if their defense can keep up with them, as that is what failed them in the last game. As Zero's going to touch this one to the corner. Has to recover. Pass coming across the box. Zenko wasn't ready for that one as Laggy Puppy trying to play for the 50-0. Blending into the back wall. Didn't even see him there. Ends up coming away with a great save. 2 minutes to go. Still 3-0 here.
I'm glad I'm not the only person who didn't see him on that back wall. I had no idea where he came from. That sometimes the best defense is an even better offense. We saw this from BBU in the last series where they were able to score 5 goals. They may not be able to pick up all the saves, and that's okay, but if they can continue to score, continue to keep the pressure on, the other team's not even going to have an opportunity to come back, as Owam going to take advantage of the overcommit, of the pressure, and the dive nature that Renewal Esports is employing right now, trying to claw their way back into it. BBU now up 4-0 here at game number 4, trying to even the series and give us back game. What just happened?
Kickoffs. Welcome to kickoffs. I feel like we're watching the Winter Major all over again here, as Laggy gets another one. Great play, but I mean,
BBU, it was a kickoff in BBU's favor.
I know, it's a Twilight Zone episode. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's on fire. This isn't the end of the world. Don't worry about it.
I'm not convinced.
But in all honesty, for Renewal, we praised them in the last game being down 3-1, that they kept playing their game. They were still being patient. They were making smart decisions. Third Man wasn't over-committing. And yet here we are in game 4, and they're doing the exact opposite of that one. Third Man playing hyper-aggressive, trying to get a goal. They're double-committing all over the place as this nice pass comes out. Finally stopped the bleeding here at 5-1 with 1:02 to go, but it feels a little too late. Oh, another own goal. Yes. BBU officially has like 90% of the goals in this series.
It's pretty, as a former math teacher, it checks out. Definitely checks out. I would expect nothing less from them. It is the BBU way. Again, they like to dodge balls, and nobody beats them but themselves. Nobody.
Feels like Dilly's on the pitch as Laggy Puppy.
Oh, the shot.
Great patience on that one. Did Tricky have no boost? That's the only thing I could think of. As that one kicked right back out, he went for the squishy save. Get you every time.
Go for the squishy save. But again, down 5-1. You didn't have enough time to be able to turn around. Like, the shot was already coming up. Oh, I was ready for the Helix back to Senko goal. That was going to be incredible. We don't have enough time to be able to turn around. Might as well try for it. Might as well go for it. Again, it's not like it's a 1-1 game with 5 seconds left. So, no harm, no foul. The end of this game is coming up. That one play does not change the results whatsoever. And, I think it's a matter of just, all right, let's play through this, let's move on, go next, and let's take game number 5. Let's figure out why did we go down early and have to play so hyper aggressive that they're just able to continue to run the score.
Yeah, sadly no Brazil, but still a really good showing there from BBU in that one. And I still feel like when it was at that 3-0 point, Renewal's Third Man just sold out, trying to keep the pressure going rather than shadowing the clear that was coming out from BBU, and it changed the whole momentum of that game compared to the previous one where they were able to come storming back. And if you're Renewal, personally, I would take this full minute to talk it through with each other, take a little bit of a breather, reset, and come back, because this BBU team is and always has been one that plays with momentum exceptionally well. And going into game 5 here, where it felt like Renewal was about to take this series, they now have new life.
Yeah, but on the flip side, if that goal would have gone in, if that attack would have, because it was there, it looked like just a missed input, one in the double neutral, ended up going for that front flip. If that would have gone in, you're looking at a completely different game, and in 100% Renewal's favor. So it's hard to fault him for going that. It looked like just a missed input, and then the wheels came off after that point. So I think it's a matter of, there's nothing really too terribly much to change for Renewal from the first half. The second half, obviously, that is not the style that they want to play. BBU just completely picked them apart from that point on. But it's all about not going down early.
Yeah, and if you do go down early, being able to recover and finish the job you started and coming back strong to get that comeback, right? And so for Renewal, you have to hope that you get the first goal and can kind of dictate the momentum from there, because it almost feels like if BBU gets the first one here in the next minute, that everything's going to be going their way. We're going to see that same Renewal that we saw in the second half here in this game, just trying to play catch up and doing whatever they can to get a goal, whether they're live or die by that sword.
Right, as we're seeing already physicality coming out from BBU here early, as we would expect, but yeah, Helix going for some as well. The early challenges coming out. Oh, the demo and the pump! Laggy was able to fight through, almost got back, but Tricky just putting this one on point as Helix gets the demo, and Zenko says, "Come here, puppy, I want to take you on a walk."
Yeah, really good job from Zenko there, realizing that he just needed to get one decent bump to get him enough out of position. And I mean, for Laggy Puppy, that's a tough spot to be in, right? Like, there's just enough time for Zenko to react where even if you jump, I don't think you're getting the save anyway, as everybody gets removed from BBU, and Tricky able to read that one, and it's 2-0 now, and you feel the wheels falling off for BBU.
Yeah, the nice touch to get up by one, and then getting 2 demos as well. Being able to pick up the first one, trade on the second one, just opens everything up for Tricky. This is the easiest goal that he has had this entire series. I thought BBU was a little upset with themselves. They haven't scored a goal, so they're gonna have to own goal.
Right. I think this might be the first game of the series so far where they haven't, from what it feels like. But Helix is going to be clearing this one downfield. Nice boost grab there, trying to follow this one up. Just kills it into the corner. Tricky trying to push that one all the way across. Almost able to find the dunk on Owam. Net's open. Owam trying to be there for the 50, but Helix spawns on the good side. Spawned on the far side, so was able to get back
Waterfall
for that save. As that one's going to get cleared to the side. Zenko wants to follow it up. Laggy Puppy clears it back down, but Helix shuts that one down. Zenko throws it across the pitch. Zero has to slow up. If he kept going, he might have actually just popped that one into the back of his own net.
Yeah, we're seeing just the pace of this game has turned up to 11. Both teams are flying up and down the pitch, and I gotta believe that favors Renewal Esports. They're able to not get stuck in their own side. They're able to get up and down the pitch, and have been able to find those demos where BBU has really relied on their boost steal on getting 1 or 2 demos, and no one able to recover from that. Where currently everybody has boost because the demos are happening, but the pace of play allows that next player up to be able to recover, to get there, to find that open spot, and for the save, for the challenge, and nothing is really happening but full-on NASCAR sprint.
Yeah, and BBU does so much better in long, grindy games where they're able to just work it down, get a couple kills, starve a little bit of boost, and then hit an open net like Laggy Puppy does that. And they were doing just that. They were working the boost, they got a demo, they got a bump, and then the net was wide open and Laggy Puppy finished it. And that's the BBU way. And I mean, they got a minute 30 to try and get another one here to at least send it to overtime, but I mean, with how good Renewals looked, I don't know if BBU is going to be able to do it.
Right, and again, a lot of it is just getting out of their own half. That was BBU sitting at midfield and keeping the ball there. You're not seeing the up and down plays. It was back to mid, back to corner, back to mid, back to corner, back to mid, back to corner, and that's where BBU, as Zero almost gets a nasty redirect on that transition. That's where BBU really starts to grind you down. And if they're able to just sit at midfield and let it happen. Helix. How does Helix get enough power on this to be able to get it back?
Oh, no.
Helix.
Oh. What a great touch from Helix there, just being able to get enough on that one. I mean, that was a lot faster than I would have expected it to be, but Zero was caught in an awkward spot there. Thought the first one was going to go in, has to commit for it, and just lands a little awkward on post, so he can't recover to get the save there as Owam plays for 50. Wanted to dunk that one towards net. This one's going to kick right down. Helix just bangs this one downfield as BBU's getting aggressive with the third man. They have to, but it is do or die for them here in the upper finals. This one's going to be stopped in their own half. Laggy Puppy trying to clear it out. can get it past one. Owam's going to be right there. Can't get the touch. He's going to get bumped off instead. Laggy Puppy has this. Zenko, good touch. Zero's going to be there. Throws it to Laggy. Laggy gets it down to Owam. Zero cuts it. Oh, and just sends that one a little high. And final seconds ticking off here, and that is going to do it. And Renewal going to be getting that 1 game advantage in the grand finals here in the opening tournament of the season.
Yeah, well done by them to continue to fight through it. And again, that's huge props to Renewal Esports, taking that game number 4 on the chin and being able to figure out, okay, what went wrong? What do we need to do? And came back so strong in game number 5. Yes, BBU did get that 1 goal, but the vast majority of that game just felt like a Renewal Esports game. They were able to keep that pace of play moving up and down the pitch. They were able to consistently keep it moving, attacking, defending, moving, attacking. There was that one goal where they got stuck in their own half for 30 seconds, and BBU instantly took advantage of it. So, again, BBU knowing their win case, they just weren't able to find enough of it, and Renewal being able to find those openings, find those bumps, find those demos to allow them to get to that.
Yeah, and Renewal did a really, really good job of that. They were able to slow it down and play their pace, and they knew that they were going to get some of that BBU aggression. They just needed to weather it a little bit, and so they played a little bit more passive when it started to ramp up for BBU, and it ended up working out. But, I mean, Secret, how many times have we seen it where a team is, backs against the wall, come out, score 7, 8, 9 goals in a game, and then their offense kind of falls flat in the next one? It's almost like it's habitual at this point. Like if you are going to score that many, you're just going to come out flat right after that.
I think we're not looking big enough for this BBU squad. I think let's go grand picture. Now they get to continue to be on stream. They just wanted us to continue to cast. Owam wanted you to continue to cast him. That is what I don't think we were thinking grand enough of. But they are going to be on stream again, and guess what? It is going to be a rematch of our first match of the night. It is going to be BBU versus Moo Meadows, as Moo Meadows did take down Team Sonus in the lower bracket. Moving it down to the lower finals, winner of this game will take on Renewal Esports in a best of 7. But that is going to be coming up here very shortly. We're going to take just a brief intermission while we get the lobby set up. And when we come back, more LOS Invitational Season 1 preseason action to come.